ministry with Making Provisions for Ministries, hosted by Bishop Jerome Jones. This show is all about aiding ministries in financial growth and prosperity. Tune in weekly as we delve into strategies for expanding ministries and acquiring the necessary resources for survival in today's world. Discover practical solutions and actionable steps applicable to any congregation. Don't miss Making Provisions for Ministries with Bishop Jerome Jones. It's time to take your ministry to new heights.
Well, greetings and welcome to Making Provision for Ministries, ministers, individuals, and families. We are so thankful to be here today again to share with you this exciting program, and I hope you'll stay tuned for the duration of today's broadcast, because we're going to walk you through the project that we are presenting to you, and we want to tell you, look, you'll want to hear this and you'll want to examine it. You'll want to see just the reality of what this project can do for you. Now, if you're got some notes, something to take notes with, you'll be good to have a pencil and pad to do so, because you're going to want to know this information. It's going to help you, and I hope that you will come on board with it, so that your family, the ministry, the things that you desire to do and need to do financially will be able to get the kind of attention and help that you desire it to have. Now, I'm Jerome Jones, and I am going to walk you through an outfit that I am part of. I want to let you know that I am a part of this outfit. I am vested in it, and I want you to understand that hopefully when you see what this is and understand it, you will be also. I'm going to talk to you about how you can make one transaction over the period of 3 years, 5 years, or 7 years, and have a tremendous payout after that time expire. 3 years, 5 years, or 7 years. So if you are interested in something that's going to turn a profit for you tomorrow, next week, or next month, or in the year, next year, this is not going to work. This requires 3 years, 5 years, or 7 years. It's when you see it, you're going to understand why it requires that. But let me just give you a heads up. It's just like a money certificate, a certificate of deposit. When you purchase that, it has a time restraint on it. In other words, you have to leave it there for a specific period of time. And after that time, you're able to not only get that money that you vested in back, but you're also able to get the dividends and what it yields. And so therefore you have a profit in return, hopefully. So this now is much more surer than that. Many of you are familiar, perhaps some not, with bonds. When you purchase them, you know, they have a certain time period. And then when you cash them in, you get paid what the value of those bonds are. Well, this here will blow you away. So I want you to saddle up and get ready to listen, and to, if you have any questions, take note of those questions and forward them to me, and I'll be glad to return answers to you, because this here is a no-brainer. It's not complicated, and so there's not a lot of work that you have to do. In fact, there's no work that you have to do, absolutely none on this. You make one transaction and you are done for the whole 3 years, or for the whole 5 years, or for the whole 7 years, whichever plan you select. So gather around and let's go now to the program itself. I'm going to try to, let's see, move this for my screen for just a moment. I need to be able to directly log in here. And so I'm going to share my screen with you. And again, whatever questions you have, jot them down and forward them to me, and we'll be glad to answer them. We'll actually do a one-on-one with you. So this is just an exciting program. I'm not This is Saturday morning here in Central Florida, United States. This program is global all over the world. So you can get involved with this anywhere you are. And again, it's no work. It's not going to be selling something. It's not going to be buying something. It's not going to be having to recruit anybody. It's not going to be doing any of those things. You don't have to do anything but one transaction, and then you're done for 3 years, you're done for 5 years, and you're done for 7 years. And it has the potential to bring you thousands of dollars at the end of the 3 years, thousands of dollars at the end of the 5 years, thousands of dollars at the end of the 7 year. You make the choice, but there is no work whatsoever. You make one transaction, you're done. The parties that are included in this is you, the bank, the insurance company, and the management company, Cryptex. So you're going to have access to understand what all four of those parties are doing and how it relates to your success. Now, you're not going to have to spend any monies to maintain it. You're not going to have any monthly payments. You're not going to have to be signing up anyone. You're not going to have to be recruiting other people. You're not going to have to be advertising anything. You're not going to have to do anything but one transaction, and you're done for 3 years if you choose a 3 year plan, 5 years if you go 5 years, or 7 years if you go 7 years. So listen, settle up. Let's go for a ride, and let me show you. I'm sitting here in Central Florida. I'm kind of relaxed today. It's just Saturday here, and this has blown me away. I've been in the financial industry for a few decades now. Some of you might be aware of the Power to Get Wealth seminars. I've done them across America. I've seen such sessions where we've gone in and taught people how to save money on their housing and pay it off in 10, 11 years. I've conducted ministry meetings where people have earned actually thousands of years from one project, thousands of dollars from one project. So I know the financial interest a little bit. This here doesn't require you to know anything but what is being said in the program, what your role, what the bank's role, what the insurance company role, what Cryptex role is. So I want to get right into this and show you. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you. I'm going to be running through some things, and you'll be able to contact me and I'll talk to you one-on-one if necessary. But let's get ready to go. So I'm going to share my screen with you because I want to get into this. And I'm actually, before I do that, I'm actually going to show you my accounts that I have. I have 2 accounts in this project right now. And once you establish an account, I have nothing else to do but to watch my money grow every day. Every day, I log in and I see that I have a higher balance in my account than I had the day before. This is absolutely amazing. It is amazing. And listen, my risk in this, I want to point out that what is the risk? Because many times when you go into a program, you need to know what your exposure is. What are you being exposed to? In other words, what kind of financial exposure do you have? Let's say if the program don't work, I like to tell people these things up front because I don't want you to sit through this whole presentation and then you say get to the end of it and say, oh, that's too much. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, I don't, because listen, at the end of the day, we're going forward and I'm going to do it, and I am doing it, and others are doing it. And so at the end of the day, it's each person's decision. So I don't want you to sit through the presentation and say, well, you kept that to the last part, because most people wait to the end and then they hit you with what it's going to cost you. Then they hit you with all that kind of stuff, and you done got all hyped up for something. And then you get to the end and say, oh my God, I can't afford that. Oh, well, you didn't tell me all of that up front. It's like people make you sit through the whole program just to give you the punchline. Well, I'm not like that. I want you to know up front. So what will it cost you for 3 years? What will it cost you for 5 years? What will it cost you for 7 years if you take part in this program? Now, you ready for the answer? It will cost you one single $100 bill. That's what it will cost you for 3 years or 5 years or 7 years. it'll cost you $100. That's either, if you take the 3-year plan, it's $33.33 and 33% of 1 cent per year. If you take the 5-year plan, that's only $20 a year that you are out of pocket. That's what it costs you. And the 7-year plan is less than that, like $17 a year. So now let's look at the possibilities of what it will gain you. What will it gain you in that 3 years? At the end of that 3 years, you have the possibility of taking home 35 plus $1,000. And what will it what are the possible return on your $100 if you take the 5-year plan? You have the possibility of taking home 470 plus $1,000. The 7-year, it will be $1 million plus dollars. Now, why and how does that work? It's all about compounded interest. The interest is compounded daily, put into your account every day, and you can open your account, look at it every single day, and see your balance is going up, 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 up every day. You don't have any expenses to pay out. You don't have to deal with anybody. Everything is handled, everything is managed. When you go and purchase a money market certificate, you don't handle that. You have hedge fund managers that's handling that. You have bankers that's handling that. You don't handle all of those. You just simply make the transaction and they're managing it, they're putting it out, they're doing this. The problem, though, with some of that is that there's an outstanding risk that is astronomical. When the stock market just recently lost all of this money, it lost over $10 trillion in a 1 week to 10-day period. That $10 trillion came from people's 401ks, people's pension fund, people investments. That $10 trillion came from average people that had worked all of their lives to save that money. So the risk was astronomical, and there is no recourse to get that money back. Now, last week, the stocks lost $1.5 trillion in a single day. They can't get that money back. The stockholders can't get that money back. So this here project is far, far less risky because the maximum that you could lose in 3 years is $100. In 5 years is $100. In 7 years is $100. Now, I'm not where you are, but I can guess that in 3 years you will spend more than $100 on junk food or things that is totally unnecessary. I know I will. In 7 years, of course, in 5 years. So let me be clear. You're talking about a choice here today that you can set aside $100 that will be the cost of a family dinner at a decent restaurant, and it will bring you a return possibly of over $35,000 at the end of 3 years without you having to work a day, without you having to do any other transaction, without you having to attend any meetings. Or if you let it stay 5 years, it'll bring you 470 plus $1,000. And if you let it stay 7 years, it'll bring you $1 million plus dollars without you having to do a single thing. That's what I'm sharing with you. So I'm going to jump right into this because I want to keep this under an hour, and we already 14 and a half minutes into it now. So I want to show you my screen, and I'm going to walk you through it and be talking you through it along the way. So let's go to sharing my screen, and let's see. I didn't check this earlier. I should have, because I wanted to try to do something a little bit different, but I can't do it any different because I didn't check it. So I'm gonna have to do it the same way, and this way is not the way I really wanted to do it, but it's what I'm faced with right now. So in sharing my screen, um, let's see, we're going to go to the new money. I want to screen, and let's just get right here. And I'm going to run through these because I want to get into the back office of my personal accounts, and I want to show you what we have in my personal accounts. So I'm going to run through these, and because a lot of times when I get to the back office, I'm going to be repeating what you're seeing on the screen, so you'll get it double. So this is cryptocurrency, and I want you to see that. And we're going to go right here. Cryptocurrency is the new way of the world when it comes to the future of money. Secure your future, secure your family and your loved ones' future now, and provide for your retirement, provide for your children's future, pay off all outstanding debt. With what we're sharing with you, you can do all of those things and without having to do any work, any extra thing, or any extra financial investment. Let's go to the next one. Cryptex and cryptocurrency, a financial match made for you. So let's learn how to average cryptocurrency that gives you the best retirement plan. People are losing their retirement plans today, but you won't lose on this. You are going to learn some key benefits of being associated with Cryptex or with the Cryptex project. Now, I need to tell you that this is a project. This is a project. You'll hear that over and over and over. And I'll tell you why as we go through. Let's look at the next slide. Getting started. Cryptex allows you to benefit from a starting balance of $30,240 or $43,200 and only pay a $100 activation fee. Let me say this to you right here. That $100 is the only money that you will be out of pocket for 3 years, 5 years, or 7 years. Now, here's the disclaimer because the federal regulators require that we put a disclaimer out in all programs regarding earning money, financial investments, and etc. This is just an education that is presented to you, presented, and you must do your own research. And I say yes to that. I did mine, and I'm confident when you do yours, what you'll find. What I share here is not in no way a guarantee that you will earn money. Only you can decide what you do with this information. If or if not, it is right for you. I can't guarantee that you're going to put that $100 there. But I can say if you do that, this is the opportunity that you have. So you have to make that decision. And you'll hear that disclaimer again as I go along. What is Cryptex and how does it work? Cryptex is a community-based project where operation is anonymous. There is no CEO, no company, no business, and no location. So you're not going to walk in the downtown office. There's no CEO that's managing like the hedge fund managers. Cryptex utilizes a blockchain-based DeFi staking protocol as its point of earnings. You're going to learn about blockchain. If you don't know about blockchain uh, transactions, let me encourage you to just Google blockchain and go to blockchain.com and you're going to see trillions of dollars exchanging hands on the blockchain market, and it is the most secure financial banking in industry known to man today. Cryptex maintains a partnership with banks, insurance companies, and individual account holders, which is participants, that such as myself and you, working uniformly to generate profits for all parties involved. Cryptex provides anonymity for all parties, operating since 2016. There are now over 1 million account holders, and these account holders are the participants all over the world. The simple process with low risk. Again, let me repeat something here. Over the 3-year period, your risk is only $100. Over the 5-year period, your risk is only $100. Over the 7-year period, your risk, your financial exposure is only $100. There are no other projects that I have seen and know of in all of the 40 years of being dabbing into the financial industry that comes close to this. So this uh, cryptocurrency is disrupting traditional finance. And the players in this project are number one, DeFi staking contracts. You're going to hear a lot about DeFi staking contracts. We're going to talk to you much more about what that is. The account holders, which is the participants, such as myself, the insurance company has a vital role, and the banks, of course, has a vital role. And I'm so glad that we have the banks and insurance company in this partnership. So let's move forward. What is DeFi staking? It is the process of keeping your assets in a smart contract to exchange for the accumulation of interest. So cryptech assets are locked in a contractual period for a contractual period of time in order to generate passive income. In other words, I have some assets. They are locked for a specified period of time, which means I cannot pull them out. And at the end of that contractual period of time, they have produced a passive income along the way that now I can withdraw and spend for whatever I choose. That's the long and short of that number one right there. Number two, locked assets protects the blockchain's network ability to generate cryptex profits. And as a reward, the stake or participant receives the return. Number three, DeFi staking is considered the modern saving account, but much more lucrative because daily rewards are possible with staking. Cryptex averages a variable 0.1% to 0.3% per day from staking and compounds the interest daily for profitable returns. And the key here, guys, is compounding daily. And that is where you're going to have a huge upside. Looking what is the product or the asset? DeFi hybrid contracts. A DeFi hybrid contract. This is the contractual agreement between the contract, the insurance company, and the bank. The contract contains the provision of capital in US dollars, which is the starting balance given by the bank to the contract. The bank takes either $30,240 and give that to this contract, or they take $43,200 and give it to the contract based on the term of 3, 5, or 7 years. They give it to the contract. They loan it to that contract. Now, users, which is myself or you, activate a contract. In order to do that, each contract has a non-refundable activation fee of only 100 US dollars. I have activated 2 of these contracts that I'm going to show you. That is deposited in cryptocurrency slash Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash, which is used for the distribution and inter-system operations. So that activation fee of $100 covers all of the transactions, all of the inner office system operations, and keeps me hands-free of having to do anything at all. But watch my account grow and get my uh, dividends at the end of the contractual term. Next, the participant is the account holder. With only $100 USD activation fee, you can secure a 3, 5, or 7-year DeFi staking hybrid contract, which contains a starting balance of either $30,240 for 3 years, or three or $43,200 for 5 years, or $43,200 for 7 years. You can choose which plan you want. But remember, look what it's telling us. You for this $100 activation fee, you now can secure a 3, 5, or 7-year contract that already have a starting balance that has been given by the bank to that contract. Now you say, well, why are you important? Because the bank cannot make a loan to itself. It has to have a person. And that's where you and I come in. We are the person that the bank now attach that contract to meet the requirement of the federal regulators, and banks are not permitted to make loans to themselves because it is other people's money that the bank have access to, and the bank is managing it. So they can't make a loan to themselves. They have to have people like you. They have to have people like me. Now, each participant is considered an account holder and may open an account anonymously with just an email upon registration. These starting balances compound over the length of the term. So if you choose a 3-year plan, that $30,240 is going to be compounded every day for 3 years. And that's what brings you that $35,000 at the end of 3 years. If you choose the 5-year plan, that $43,200 is going to compound every day for 5 years. Not only is going to be, it's not just going to be 43,000, because every time it compounds, that money is added to the account. So the compounding amount gets higher every day. It gets higher every day, which means the profits gets higher every day. So that's going to happen for 5 years. And at the end of 5 years, the payout is going to be over $470,000. So I want you to understand that this is a powerful opportunity financially, answering the needs of many around the world. Insurance company, what is their role? The insurance company insures the wallet for loss and default. This is an excellent component. This is what makes this so attractive, because it reduces the exposure of the individual person. And this company was developed by the partner insurance company specifically for the Cryptex project. Why would the insurance company do this? The insurance company stands to benefit financially by receiving secure monthly payments from the staking profits of every single contract. They receive this without interruption for the entire term of the contract. This is automated, so therefore it removes the human factor and it assures that they can collect. So the insurance company is making, on the 3-year deal, they're making $210 every month. On the 5-year deal, they're making $300 a month for 5 years. So they are doing extremely well, and they're happy to do that. And we're happy to have them, because if there's a default, we never have to pay the loan back. So we cannot lose no more than $100 over 7 years, over 5 years, or over 3 years. And it's just an excellent opportunity. So let's go. Let me try to go a little bit further here, if I can move my window a little bit here. And let's get these other slides done. The bank, based on the insurance coverage, the partner bank they work with provides the capital for the contract. So this is not money out of your pocket. This is the money that the bank provide to the contract. Why would the bank do this? The bank benefits financially by receiving secure annual interest from the staking profits without interruption for the entire term of the contract. This too is automated. It removes the human factor and assures the bank collections. So now the bank is going to get 6.75% annual, interest, which is astronomical in the banking industry. So they are happy. And they also can be in this position because it is insured. So the worst case can happen with the bank. They didn't make any money, but they didn't lose any money. They got their money back because the insurance company has insured this total loan. And the worst case scenario, I don't have to pay the loan back because it is insured. So I can't lose either. And that's what makes this such an attractive deal to hardworking people that have monies they put aside, but now you don't have to dump all of your money into an investment program. There are the banks will provide the money. The insurance company will guarantee that loan. So you don't have that exposure. And so that's what makes this an excellent opportunity for you and your family. Now let's look at the next one. What does all this mean for you? It means because of these four components, profit can be generated with the addition of compounding. Compounding is just magnificent. Let's take a look at the contract expectations and the power of compounding. Now, the four entities, the four parties is number one, your DeFi staking contract, the account holder, the banks, and the insurance company. The 3-year contract, the capital that the bank put in that contract is $30,240. The staking term is 36 months. The insurance fee is $210 a month. The handling fee is $30 a month, and that's what Cryptex makes for each account. The loan interest to the bank is a variable of 6.75% per year. The staking rewards is paid daily. Compounded, it compounds daily. Yes. Contract fee, that's the $100 activation fee. And that is deposited with cryptocurrency. The asterisk is letting you know that all of these fees are paid out of the profits. So you never have to pay anything. You never have to talk to anyone. You never have to have any other exposure. In 3 years, with these funds compounding daily, a starting balance of $30,240 will be approximately $65,337 at the end of that 3 years. So let's see what happens. How is the money dispersed? First, the $30,240 is returned back to the bank because it was a loan. So now the bank is paid back this 30,000 plus dollars, and they've already got interest every year as well. Number two, the user now is left with $35,097.28 for activating a $100 contract. So I hope you can see the power in this. That you activate a single $100 contract. You had no other financial exposure. You had no selling to do, no buying, no other work, no other meetings to attend. And at the end of the contract, you're paid the profits. The 5-year contract, the capital was started with $43,200 from the bank. That is paid back to the bank. But at the end of 5 years, there was $514,687 approximately that account generated. Again, the bank gets back the $43,200, and the user, which is the participant, you or me, gets the $471,487 for activating a $100 contract for 5 years. Now, as I said, this is just explosive because, again, there's no work, there's no meetings to attend. You don't have to recruit anybody. You don't have to say anything about it. You don't have to do absolutely nothing once you activate your account. Now, let's go to the next slide. So you can see that there are a substantial payout difference between the 36-month contract and the 60-month contract. One 36-month contract is estimated to return $35,097.28 in profits for the account holder. But a 60-month contract is estimated to return $471,487 in profits for this account holder. Each contract compounds daily interest on the starting balance and averages between 0.1% and 0.3% per day or higher. This is a variable. All for the same $100 activation fee, and you can have multiple accounts. So this is the opportunity that is affordable to every individual. Now, I want to go into my accounts, and I want to show you what my accounts look like today, because I started one account in December the 27th, and I started another account in March the 22nd. And so I wanted to get a chance to test it, get a chance to see how it worked, get a chance to see was there anything that they was going to creep up and ask me for after I got started. You know how these accounts do, you know how these programs do, you know, and just let me just do this for a moment because I need to point to this. A lot of times these programs will get you started, and then once you get started, they'll tell you the other part. So I wanted to test it and see, because you know, once you get started, they know they got you hooked in it, and they say, well, now that you done got hooked in it, we can tell you what the big cost is. We can tell you what you really got to do in order to make a profit. This is not that. When I tell you that you only got $100 exposure, that's all you got to pay. You're going to pay that $100 and you're done. Now, I got to show you something. I've got about 22 minutes and I got to get this done. I want to keep it under an hour for reasons, but if I have to go a little over, we will. Because I don't want you to assume that we just want to rush you through this. I want you to take your time. I want you to ask questions. I want you to pull it up. I'm going to show you live accounts, you know, just right into my back office, and you'll get this set up the same way I have, because no one has a monopoly on this. And this is what I love about it. The rich man can do it, the poor man can do it, and everybody in between. Okay, so let's get ready to go now into the accounts. As I said to you, if you get involved, it's going to cost you $100 that you'll be out of pocket, non-refundable. But the potential is that you can either get for the 3-year $35,000, for the 5-year $470,000+, and for the 7-year $1 million plus. So you make that call. But again, get all the facts. Okay, get the facts about the program. Now let me go back to sharing, and then I'm going to take you into the back office of my accounts. Let's see. Let me make sure I don't hit the wrong button here. And we'll go the screen share again. And we'll come into, I'm trying to make sure I get into, there it is, Cryptex right there. Let's share. Now, this is Cryptex, my account. You see my email there. That's all you need to establish an account. buyitfromyourself@gmail.com. And so I'm going to log in. And let's let that populate, and then it'll hopefully take me into the account. Now, I hope I don't have an account open somewhere else on this, because if you got an account open, they will not let you. If you got a window open somewhere else in another browser, they won't let you come in. So I'm good. Now, I want you to see right here, this figure right here, I want to pay attention to this where it says overview total staking balance. Today it is at $77,533.55 US dollars. It's up by 5.57%. I like that. That's trending in the right direction. But I want to go through these numbers. This is the total loan staking pool for these two contracts, $73,440. You can see the number 2 right there that says I have 2 total DeFi hybrid contracts 2. This is the amount that the bank put in my account, $73,440. That's because I have 2. Okay, look at it done crossed it. I hadn't looked at this since last night. Last night it was $3,900 and some dollars, but now it done get jumped to $4,093.55. This here is my money right there. That's my money being built every day. Tomorrow this will be higher than it is today, and the next day it gets higher. This is building my financial wealth right here. So that fee of $4,093 is added to the $73,440, and that's what gives us the total of $77,533.55. So today, this 77,000 is going to be compounded, and that's going to create me a bigger profit, and the next day it just keeps getting larger. You can see here the last profit was $96.19. That's what I made yesterday. Last week I made $681.86. The last month I made $797.19. And the reason that is a discrepancy between these two is because the first contract I did was a 3-year contract, and I did that in December 27, 2024. The second contract I didn't do until March the 22nd, and that was the 5-year contract, and that's why that is a big discrepancy in numbers, because I made $681 in 1 week since I got that 5-year contract and put it with the 3-year. But when I just had the 3-year contract, that's what this figure here is reflecting. Okay, so just so that you can understand that, and you're going to see it more as I go further. So let's look at, we can see here the 2, this is 2 DeFi hybrid active contracts. So, and it will go on to say, you can see here that where we have a 36 right here, 36 month, that's right here in the staking pool, and that is one of those I've activated. You can also see right here a 60 month DeFi 60. That's what that one, and I got one of those. Now I'm going to get 2 more. I'm moving to add 2 more accounts, but I want you to see, let's look a little bit closer at these numbers and into this account. Okay, Noah, that this is where you come to get another account. I can get another one, but I want to show you, let's see, I want to show you something else as I move forward. So let me see if I can go back there and do it. Trying to get to another window, and let's go here. Not the overview again. Okay, so we're back here, and we're gonna look DeFi active. Let's go here. Let's go right down here where I see the amount here. Today I have $4,093.55. This is my profit, but this, see where it says overview profits locked. That means that I will not be able to touch this money until the end of 3 years. And at the end of 3 years, I'm going to get paid out 35 plus $1,000. The rest of the money will stay until the end of 5 years. And at the end of 5 years, I'm going to get paid out over $470,000. So that's how the account works. And while this money is there, Cryptex is making the investments in currencies and different the things around the world, and it is paying these profits. It is paying this profit back, and out of these profits, the insurance company is paid, the banks are paid, Cryptex is paid, and I am paid. Okay, so that's how it works. So they handle all of the events. I don't have to do anything. So let's look at the details of this, and maybe we can see it a little bit further, because there's some, you can walk all the way through this. Let's see, we want to go back to, well, I've gotten, and I don't want to really deal with the other part of how you can make money on this. I want to really deal with, I just really want to deal with getting your account set up without you having to do anything else. So let me look at the next part here. I don't want to look at because there's several ways you can make money other than this, but I'm just focusing in this presentation on you just getting your account. And once you get your account, you can simply go and do absolutely nothing. So let's look at this here. Here's the total stake balance right here, and that's right there. That's what's in the staking balance now. So tomorrow, I'm going to get paid interest off of that amount, and that amount will increase, and it'll do it every day, 365 days a year. Here is what I want you to see here is the total profits for up to the day from staking. See, that's the total profits from staking. $4,093. Now that's for 2 accounts. That means I've activated 2 contracts. That was $200, and I've already gotten $4,093.55 from that. The active stake balance for the D536, that's that 3-year contract. You can see it right here. This is $32,396.37. That's the active in staking lock for the 3 years. Okay. When we look down at the 5-year, we see the profits from staking, rather, from the 3-year is the profit from this staking from 3 years is $2,156.37. Yesterday, it paid $33.08. That's the 3-year. The 5-year, you can look right here. It's right here for the 60 months. That's 5 years. The active is $45,137.18. That's what's in that 5-year contract. So let's see what the profits from the 5-year contract has earned. $1,937.18 in US dollars. That's a profit of 4.48%. Yesterday, they paid me $63.10. And this may not seem like much, but it's compounding every day. And again, I'm not doing no work. Here's the summary of it here. This is your Cryptex Hybrid DeFi 60. Right here, $1,937.18, made $63.10 on yesterday. Here's the 36-month, the 3-year. The profit so far is $2,156.37, made $33.08 yesterday. The reason this 36-month is higher than this one is because you can see the dates here. I started this 3-year contract on December the 27th. I started this project here in March the 22nd, okay, of 2025. I started, and so this project ends in year 2027, while this project ends in March 2030. So when at the end of these projects, all of the profits now is withdrawn, and I'm able to take them to and put them wherever I want to put them, use them for whatever I want to use them for. So I just wanted you to see the results of my two accounts, and then we can look at the charts here again. We can see these same numbers. Just want you to know that this is your back office, and you get a chance to look at it to know what it is doing every single day, and it's laid out in detail. Here's the number of days for the 5-year contract. The loan here is this loan is 100% insured. The profits is made every day. The monthly insurance fee is $300. The monthly handling fee is $30. The loan interest of this account is $2,376. That's what the banks is making. That's what the banks get every year for this 5-year contract. The loan amount that is 100% insured is $43,200. And it's a good thing that we as participants don't have to worry about what if happened, what if it doesn't work. You're not exposed. Listen, you're going to throw away, I'm going to throw away over $100 in a lot less than 3 years in just junk stuff. So don't allow yourself now to freeze up, because this is just real accounts, real income that's dealing on the real financial market. Now, we can go a little bit further here, and I think I'm about almost through. Yep, we're almost at the end. The contract start date, remember, I told you I just started this in March the 22nd, 2025. The contract end date is March the 21st, 2030. So everything is laid out for you. The last profits I received just right here. You can always check your account every day. It's $63.10 off of this account. So the total profits that this account has received to date since March 22nd is $1,937.18. Now that's nearly $2,000 that I didn't do any work, didn't have to call anybody, didn't have to recruit anybody, didn't have to attend no meetings, didn't have to pay another dime, didn't have to do anything. And this amount will be higher tomorrow. This amount will keep growing every day for the next until the 5-year term is up, and then I get to pull out all the profits and can roll it over again, can use it for opening more accounts, or whatever my desire is. So I hope now that you have gotten somewhat of a inside look at this particular project. And I'm having a little issue there. Let's see, can I come back but stop the sharing and look a little bit further here? Maybe I wanted to look at something else here. Well, I didn't do it. Let's see. I'm no longer sharing, so I guess I have to come back to the screen and see if I can come back to it in a minute. Well, it's apparently that I'm not going to get all this done in an hour, which I was really hoping that I would. But it's more important that you understand it, that I kind of chop it off at the hour. So I'm going to go a bit longer in this segment. I'm going to go a bit longer because I need to share with you some things. I want to make sure that you got it and you understand it. Well, and I'm going to do this real quick and try to get right back out. I may not have to go longer. Let's see. Let's see if I can switch over there and just take another minute. I got 3 minutes, and so maybe I can take another minute here. Not even finding it. Let's see. I want you to see that this was the days that is left here is 1,797 days on the 5-year deal. It's making a profit of 4.48%. This is just a real high return there. You got a graph here that gives you every day what your returns are for the last 15 days, how your money is compounding, what it is making, and you can always come in here and see this. We got a whole list of it right here. So you got all the information there. So that's pretty much it there. So I don't really have to do that. Just to keep this from extending beyond the hour, I am going to go ahead and end this today because I think that you've got the picture. And if you want more information, just reach out to us. Listen, this is an opportunity that will take care of your future financial needs for your home, for your ministry. If you're a church and pastor or evangelist or minister of the gospel, you can benefit from this. This will help you. You have to make decisions now that will change the trajectory of the future. And if you believe that there's any chance of this working for you, you should set aside time to do your diligence and then get involved. Sign up from the link that you see on the screen right here. This link on the screen, go to it'll give you other videos. You'll be able to watch it and get on board now. This is the time. Start now and you will not regret it later. I'm Bishop Jerome Jones saying if you go with God, I know God will surely go with you. And until the next time, you do not by all means have yourself a Jesus-filled day. Thank you and God bless.
Thanks for tuning in to Making Provisions for Ministries, hosted by Bishop Jerome Jones. Join us every week as we discuss aiding ministries in financial growth and prosperity. This is your opportunity to delve into strategies for expanding ministries and acquiring the necessary resources for survival in today's world, and discover practical solutions and actionable steps applicable to any congregation. So until next time, God bless from your friends at Making Provisions for Ministries with host Bishop Jerome Jones.